Why, hello, everybody. It's a beautiful, fantastic, amazing, superfluous, is that right? Day to be alive. Feeling super thankful, super blessed. Did some amazing hot yoga this morning. I'm visiting home, grounding out. That's kind of a tradition of mine to shout out to Warrior Yoga and shout out to Lori Wilson, my really good friend who's always been there for me in good times and bad times, and I'm just so thankful for the Warrior Yoga practice. That's it's always been an anchoring and centering point for me, and just so much synchronicity and love and community there, and I just appreciate it so much. She really inspired me this morning to like, Anthony, you're walking backwards. Yep, I'm getting circulation, blood flow, oxygen to my knees and really building up those knee tissues, and just having a little flowy dance party here today. Just enjoying some time at the park, some amazing coffee, things like that. Yeah, so a conversation I had with her earlier today really inspired me to be vulnerable with you guys. And also I'm going to put a link to my YouTube because I'm going to start doing a lot more longer form content on my YouTube channel, because a lot of this stuff about health and quantum physics, biophysics, and health stuff like that, it requires like a little bit more long-winded, long-form explanation. So I don't have a ton of content on there now, but I'm definitely going to start posting a lot more of that. So check out my YouTube. There's a link in the link tree in my bio, so check that out. So enough dilly-dallying, vulnerability time. So, Mr. Health Coach over here, I'm supposed to have everything all figured out, but actually, I totally feel like I'm that whole wounded healer archetype, in that, I've been through a lot of stuff, overcome a lot of different things, and, one sec. So yeah, I mean, I'm not just some like person who's just like, oh, look at me, I'm healthy and blah blah blah. It's I've gone through a lot. Obesity. At one point I weighed 330 plus pounds. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, abandonment stuff. Even like narcissism stuff that I had to deal with, because it's like narcissism can be like a coping mechanism of having certain needs not being met from childhood and things like that, like people not looking out for you and people not providing for you in the ways that you needed. So here's the other little bombshell I want to drop. So I had like a 16-year, since I was like in high school, dependency, crutch, whatever you want to call it, with marijuana, and I'm recently sober from that, and it feels amazing, and it feels great, and it feels liberating, and it feels like I'm more myself, and it feels like I can access my prefrontal cortex more, and I feel like I'm sleeping better, and that all of course goes along with that, and I feel like my hormones are better, and to each their own. If that's something that's in your life and you feel you want that or need that, then great for you. But for me, it was trapping me in these emotional loops, and I felt like I couldn't again access that mammalian part of the brain that's responsible for emotional intelligence, long-term decision making, kind of our higher thinking part of our brain. And I went through a breakup earlier this year, in kind of like on and off relationship, sending a lot of love to that person. It was just, we're at different life phases, and when relationships end, it's not a failure. It was a tremendous learning experience. I'm still learning from it. I'm still integrating. That was back in basically right around the holidays. So yeah, ouch, rough. Right before we went to go see our families, we broke things off, and I kept finding myself ruminating and trapped in these emotional loops, and I just couldn't get out of them. My thought patterns, literally, I felt like my thought process, it literally was clouded, and a lot of that was from smoking weed. And people say, oh, it's just weed. I don't know about that. I don't think it's just weed. Not for me. Again, no judgment, but I just feel like the world is clearer. I can think better, and I'm feeling more things, and I want to feel everything. I want to feel all the vulnerability, all the authenticity. So I want to share that with you guys because we all go through stuff, and I want you guys to know, like, I go through stuff every day, and that's what makes me a good coach. That's what makes me a good body worker with the craniosacral stuff I do. The reason why I feel like I'm a good trainer is because I've been working out for 20 years, and I've gone through all sorts of ups and downs and different iterations and integrations with my body, injuries, things like that. And same thing with my health coaching. I've been there, done that, you guys, and it's all about the journey. There is no destination with health, and I'm right there with you every single day in the trenches fighting to make myself as clear and optimal and just well as I can so I can bring value to the world. And I'm here to light up souls. Bottom line, like I lit up my own soul. I used to just be so debilitated by self-doubt and fear and all these things, and I still face those things every day, but I've been able to alchemize a lot of that into a value that I can share with you guys. So yeah, check out my YouTube. And yeah, you guys, just a lot of this stuff, it's that parasitic consciousness, or it's this low dopamine behavior. That's why I'm so obsessive about blocking blue light and getting sunlight. En masse in society, we're all dopamine depleted. When you're dopamine depleted, you're more consumeristic. You're more going to give into things like just sitting around watching TV, video games, like these cheaper pleasures, more consumeristic. And honestly, you're more controllable by the powers that be. I'm not going to get all deep into that, but yeah, when you increase your dopamine level, you become more autonomous, you become more independent, you become a stronger person. And that was another thing the marijuana was doing for me, was depleting my dopamine. And so I was in this lulled kind of, think of a light bulb that's dulled. That's literally what's happening to us at the physical biophysics level, is our body isn't producing biophotons, which are basically like the light that our cells and mitochondria emit. So yeah, it's been intense. The dreams have been super intense when you get sober like that, but I want to feel everything, and that's what I'm here to do. Have a great day, guys.